of the belief that the angst that we have normalized in teenagehood has nothing to do with hormones. We've sold it as if hating your parents is just this part of being a teenager. It's just this normal part of a teenager. There's nothing natural about that. Kids don't just hate their parents for no reason. The biological urge to love your parents, because that's necessary for survival, because that's necessary for attachment, is a massive driving force. The fact that we swing so far in the other direction tells us everything we need to know about how we treat kids. And then we just brush it off like, oh, those angsty teenagers. No! I have worked with teenagers. They're not angsty. They're exhausted from a lifetime of being abused.
My mother always said God gave teenagers so parents could let go. Because, by the time the kid turned 18, you hated them so much you were ready for them to leave. And it just made that separation easier. And I now look back at that and I'm like, wow, that's so fucked up. Kind of what she was saying, like, kids don't hate you for no reason. But also, like, why, as parents, do we normalize hating our kids? Like, especially having a daughter, everybody was like, oh, well, like, you hear the toddler years, right? But then everybody's like, oh, just wait till she's a teenager. Just wait till she's 13. It's going to be awful, And when it was always like, oh, she's going to be disrespectful and rude and blah, 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 blah. All these things about my daughter was going to turn into during the teenage years that were going to be not human almost, that they were going to be so irrational, so emotional, and it was just like this period you were going to suffer through with your child until they grew out of it. My daughter's 14 now, and I've never related less to anything in my life. I don't know why we normalize hating our children. Like, that should be our signal that we're not doing it right, I think. It's just this attitude I see in parents and in schools that it's somehow like a badge of honor when kids hate you. That you are that you're doing a good job because you're not giving them what they want, therefore they hate you. And I just think it's a really, really toxic, really harmful narrative. And we use it to comfort ourselves, like we're doing a good job. But really, we're just hurting kids and avoiding the bad feelings about how we're hurting kids. And so we say, so we view that kind of shit as badges of honor. When we hurt kids that way and they get that mad, and they feel that ignored and that dismissed and that uncared for. And instead of us being able to hold that or deal with that, we think we're doing a good job because we've maintained authority and control over them.